was thinking the same thing as you. I used to think, I wonder if that's still really happening, but it really is happening still.
Yeah, because I was reading in some places the 70s were the boom period of abductions, and perhaps whatever they were abducting people for, they found the answers to. But it's interesting that you say this is
Well, I
still
think
going
some of
on.
them, they still, people that are abducted, it's not usually a one-time deal. You'll find that this person may have been abducted when they were a kid. Their mother may have been abducted. So they seem to follow through some of these family lines and stuff like that. And I'm sure they're still doing that if that's what they're doing, if that's what they want to do.
I've heard some of these procedures that are done on some of these abductees are actually quite painful, and they're
Mhm.
told through telepathy that it's not going to be painful, and then it is. So they might not even understand what they're putting the abductees through. Have you heard anything like this?
Well, I'm trying to remember, there was a conference at MIT, and I don't I've read through some of that. I don't have it at the tip of my tongue, but basically there were people that were, given different types of testimony. There were doctors that had interviewed abductees, and they were talking about basically the difference between human medical procedures and ET medical procedures. And these people are talking about how they put something up through their nose, and the guy could remember hearing a crunching sound when it went through the bone structure up into his brain and that kind of thing. Um, so yeah, there's some stuff that happens like that. A lot of times these people don't remember it because they do something. A lot of the abductees, they seem to be able to do something to them where they can't remember what happened to them. I mean, it's possible. Like if you and go get certain type of medical, like if you get a colonoscopy, they give you a drug so you can't remember what they did to you. Um, and the ETs do stuff like that to them, which is why sometimes we've had to go and get, we've got to we use regression hypnosis to find out what really happened to them. Like someone will be abducted and they'll be all, very stressed and anxious, anxiety, and have like a lot of mental health type issues that result from that, but they don't really remember why. They're stressed and it scared the hell out of them, but they don't remember it enough to articulate the details. And it's amazing when you get and sit down with somebody and use regression hypnosis, which, by the way, has to be done very carefully and very professionally. You have to get people that are highly skilled and certified to do that kind of hypnotic work. But it's pretty amazing because he'll say, okay, well, what happened? And well, yeah, they came over and they took me up and they put me on a table and then they did this to me and they did that to me. And they'll tell you exactly what, they'll talk about what happened. It's pretty creepy actually. But a lot of times they just don't remember it. Some do, but a lot don't.
You think with some of the sexual organs, and I've heard of these forced ejaculation procedures they do and so forth, supposedly according to some of the abductees, are they kind of possibly breeding
I think.
or
Yeah.
or cloning?
Well, I think you have women that return from an abduction scenario, and they'll have the symptoms of a miscarriage, as if somebody, basically took the fetus. And I think they are doing some type of genetic breeding experiments. I don't know specifically what, but I think that's part of it, uh, just because it's so commonly expressed when they talk about that stuff.